Skedaddle.
The light's on. You can see from the front.
Have you seen that? The puppet. It's like, y'all ain't around here anymore. Skedaddle. Fist. He goes, fucking daddle.
That's funny.
Hey guys.
So did y'all hear me botch like trying to talk before that song?
Oh, Enemy?
Yeah.
What was that?
I
What
don't
even
know.
was that?
My brain didn't work right. I went to say something, and then when I said it, I was like, oh, that didn't come across right. So I went to say something else, and I was like, that didn't either. So I was like, this is getting awkward. Let's just play the fucking song.
Yeah.
This one's called Enemy.
I laughed so fucking hard.
Oh my god.
That was like a pure, like, true moment of
Yeah.
Christian's brain not working, and I apologize.
It was kind of a weird show last night.
It was. Christian looked over at me during Rocks at one point, and I thought it was like a very solid indication. He was like, you know, I heard you fuck up. And I was sitting here like, oh, you right.
Right.
But like, it wasn't like that. It's like we both fucked up at the same time.
Yeah, I did. We both fucked up where the vocals were because we dropped rocks. So, like, where my voice naturally goes in that part is to the old key.
Yeah.
So I went to the old key, and then I heard her can't find it, so I looked over and I smiled. I was like, we suck, dude.
I didn't hear any mistakes last night.
That's what
I
happened
thought it
with
sounded
Void.
good.
Honestly, like, I'm used to the harmony being in a higher key because, like, my voice is just higher. And I went to that key when we did Void yesterday, and I couldn't even hear myself. I just knew. Like, have you ever just, like, felt the vibration in your throat and you know that you're right or wrong? It was wrong. I knew it was wrong. And
Right.
I knew it was wrong.
You know how I know it was a good show? It was weird, but it was still good. Your dad didn't say a fucking thing.
no, he didn't. No, my
He was
dad's
like,
very...
Good job. You guys sounded great. I was like, fuck yes.
Bro, we made his friend
Bro.
Duck cry. We
Yeah.
made Duck
Cry?
cry. Yeah.
Cry. Well,
Who's Duck?
He's like the 7-foot tall black dude. He's fucking awesome. He's like my father from another.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that guy. He was like kind of hanging out by himself.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. He's
The
Uncle
last...
Matt's best friend. They live together.
The last time he
Cool,
saw us
cool.
play was like many, many, many
It was
years
like
ago.
2011
Yeah.
when we were first like really starting out, like before we even met you, Christian. And he came out to the show last night for the first time in like years and saw us play, and he cried because we were so good.
Can you
And I
grab
was
me
like,
a beer
"Oh,
because it's a
shit."
lot easier for you to get up.
I can.
Thanks.
Yeah, but Dad...
Gorgeous.
Beer boy.
While you're doing that, I'm going to tell you a funny story. You might get mad at me. I don't care. So, no, I definitely did not. She's probably got like AIDS
Oh,
because she's a whore.
shit.
Cut.
Leaving it in. Fuck you. You remember? Do you remember last night when I made the joke? That's why you're single. And then I was like, ladies, this gorgeous man of a hunk of a man meat is single. I distinctly remember hearing someone say, I would fuck the shit out of him. I didn't say anything because I couldn't point out who it was, but it was definitely on like my side of the room.
Nice.
In that gaggle of mathcore nerds.
You should have been like, who said it? Who said it? Just call him out. Who
Should
said
have
it?
called him out.
Yeah, you definitely should have.
Screw it, man. It was a weird show. Like, your brother hurting his knee at the very end, which I'm not even really sure what happened.
I looked down and like Alistair's on the floor and he looks like he's in a lot of pain.
I
He
didn't even
looked like
see
he was
it.
giving birth. What happened?
I have no idea.
So I got this story. Him and John were the only two mosh pitting in the front. John, shout out John. He's my
Shout
buddy.
out
He
John.
came
Freaking
with me.
awesome.
Shout out, John.
And he probably outweighs John by 100 pounds.
Right.
My brother weighs about 260 right now.
Sure.
And John weighs about 160. So John saw him barreling towards him and wasn't ready. So he kind of just stuck up his knee to like stop him.
Right.
And apparently it caught him in his knee and he claims it dislocated.
Oh, come on.
I don't know.
I saw him literally go outside. I went outside to say hi to you guys, and I saw him go outside, and I was like, dude, I got a cane in my car if you want to use it. And he was like, no, I'm good. And I was like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm good. I just need to make it to the car. And he walked to the side and puked, and I was like, oh.
Brother puked?
I got you.
My brother puked?
Yeah, he walked to the
I
side.
saw that out of the corner of my eye when I walked in for the last time.
Huh.
Yeah.
Strange. I caught my mom's eye. She was sitting in the back.
Yeah.
And, like, I looked at her, and I kind of gave her a puzzled look, and she just shrugged. She was like, and I shrugged back at her. I was like, all right.
I think that was the
Loki.
first time that like someone's ever gotten like injured while we were playing, and like I don't know what to do, and I was just like watching
Nothing.
him, just like
I've seen quite a
Okay.
few people get injured while I was playing.
If there's a big pit, you say, hey, you pick him up.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Yeah, it was
I'll pick
only
him up.
him lying on the ground and
didn't
everybody else
even-
sitting down. So
I didn't even see it happen. I just heard about it afterwards, and I was like, when? Like,
I didn't see him go down.
What
I just looked
song?
over at one point. It was Realigned. I looked over at one point and I was like, oh,
Which
he's
is
on the
not
floor.
song that you hurt someone to, by the way.
come on, John.
he realigned his knee.
Wah wah.
So true.
You're listening to Weasel and the Dickhead. I don't know if I've ever actually played it. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I've ever played a show where someone hurt themselves while I was on stage. I've been to a ton of shows where I've seen someone get hurt, hurt somebody, gotten hurt. My favorite story to tell is my old drummer Brian broke his nose at Architects in Atlanta in 2019.
Doing what?
Mosh pitting, for the first time in his life.
Oh, and he
I
broke his
think.
nose.
Yeah, and we drove there and back in the same day just to see the Architects. Like, that was our thing. We were like, fuck yeah, we're going to go see this.
Nice.
Last song of the last band of the night was a song called Doomsday. It's a great fucking song. And it's like the last fucking chorus. I turn around and I see him holding his face like this.
Yeah.
And immediately I was like, did he hurt himself? And then I saw something pouring out of his face, and I was like, oh, fucking great.
No.
Great.
And the whole time I'm thinking, I hope we don't have to go to the hospital. I want to go home.
Yo, no.
You know? He was fine, but it's still funny.
I
You
helped
just reset the nose, plug it up with a tampon, and keep on moving.
I helped break up a fight at Jackrabbits once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I helped start a fight at Jackrabbits once.
Well, there's
I like your energy better.
I don't know, like,
violence.
exactly. I don't exactly know how it happened either. It was like, I look over and this chick gets thrown across like one of the tables.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, because you got mad at me for running into it. So like,
Yeah, I was like, no, did
I
you
ran
really
into
hurt?
it and I grabbed her and she
To be
tried
fair,
to.
that's a dumb decision.
Well, she was so tiny and the dude who picked her up and threw her was like almost your size.
Are you sure they weren't just having a good time?
No, it's because that it was a mosh pit full of
Good
drunk
time.
people, so he just picked her up and threw her like it was unnecessary. He didn't need to do
Yeah.
that. So I ran in and I grabbed her, I picked her up and I was trying to get her off to the side, but she was trying to charge at the dude who threw her and I was like, "Hey, let's not. This dude's like twice your size." And
Get thrown again.
yeah, so the guy that
Or
ended up throwing her, like her dude got involved, so he ended up like jumping over both me and her. Like he used our shoulders to launch himself over us
Right.
to like land one on her boyfriend. Yeah. And like it was just a shit show. She pulled me out of it and I just kind of like left the girl to her own devices, honestly, at that point.
Yeah. You're also like a third of his size, if that.
Yeah, but like women stick together. Like I saw her get launched. I was running in.
I was at a hardcore show with my buddy Pterodactyl Mike, and
Nice.
yeah.
I love that.
he got that name because I was in a hardcore band with him, and he screamed, and I was like, dude, you sound like a fucking pterodactyl.
Nice.
Like,
What?
whatever you think a pterodactyl sounds like, that's how he screamed.
Nice.
Pronounce peas.
Raina can't pronounce THs when she screams.
So we were
Shut the fuck up.
We were at a
You
hardcore
can't
show
scream.
at the old Fuel Coffee House, and I'm outside smoking a cigarette, and all of a sudden I see some guy. I don't even remember like anything about him except that he had blonde hair for some reason, and he was really tiny, getting dragged out by like 3 or 4 other people, and then he got away and started running. And my buddy Mike comes charging out screaming, "Where the fuck is he? Where the fuck is he?" And I'm like, dude, what the fuck is your problem? And he's like, "You fucking asshole punched me in the back of the fucking head twice. I'm gonna beat his fucking ass." I was like, he ran that way. Go find him. Good luck.
Wow.
Bye. He never found him.
Man.
Did I tell you?
Yes, I encourage it all the time. I don't fucking care.
Let's go.
If you're that convinced I have to fight this guy, go fucking fight him.
Yep.
Did
Put
I,
bets
not
on
gonna
it.
stop
Put
you.
fucking bets on it, man.
Yeah.
did I tell you all about the Freebirds
I mean,
fight that I
I'll
saw?
keep you from
The
getting the
Freebirds?
shit
What?
kicked out of you, but
Yeah. Did I tell you
No.
all about the Freebirds fight I saw?
No.
Maybe.
Best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
really.
I was standing on the second floor and watching from the balcony.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even playing that night. I just happened to be in Freebirds. And there was this very chill like beach band on, right?
Yeah.
Playing like almost Sublime type stuff
Right.
and that kind of thing. But there's a dude.
Someone tore his shirt off like Hulk Hogan and was like, "Fuck this, brother!"
Essentially. So there's this guy. He's got
I love
a tall.
where this is
He has a
going.
tall green mohawk.
I heard
Yeah.
about this.
Right? And like he wants to start a mosh pit with absolutely everybody there.
Yeah.
Nobody there is there to mosh. It's all a bunch of like middle-aged men and
Yeah.
women just holding their drinks, swaying and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And this guy's
This
running
is the
around
one night a week that I have a fucking babysitter. I'm not doing
100%. So he's running around trying to crowd kill people, right?
Wow.
Right? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm watching it because I'm more watching him than the band because I'm like, this is entertaining because this
Yeah.
guy is in the wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
Well, he comes by this girl and knocks the drink basically into her face on accident. And I saw the girl pull one of these numbers. She went, And I was like, ooh, she's angry.
Yeah.
She takes the cup she has, she sets down and stares at him as he runs around the venue.
Yeah.
She's just staring at him. Next time he comes close enough, she grabs him by the mohawk with her left hand,
Yeah.
pulls him down, and starts uppercutting her like a hockey fight. Starts
Oh my
uppercutting him like a
God.
hockey
That's
fight.
perfect.
Just whack, whack, whack. His arms are flailing in the air too. He's like, oh God, oh God.
Meanwhile,
oh God.
her husband Bill is like 10 feet back. He's like, "Whoop his ass, huh? You got this, baby."
Go,
Dude,
baby, go.
It was the best thing ever. And then the bouncers came up and grabbed him
Yeah.
and drug him by his shirt out of the venue.
They were looking for a reason to get rid of him.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely. And then, like an hour and a half later, I saw him back upstairs at Freebirds, mohawk everywhere, blood still
Blood
caked
pouring,
on his
yeah.
nose, like black eye. I was like, this guy, fantastic.
That's
Fantastic.
Oh
I was
my.
so happy about it.
What's the weirdest thing besides that you've ever seen at Freebirds?
Zach almost got stabbed.
What?
We got a
Oh,
knife pulled on
yeah.
us.
Okay.
So
That's a thing. So that's a thing.
yeah, so there was a band playing. I won't name the band. They still play. And it was one of their first shows, and they didn't have it together.
Right.
And so Zach was upstairs, and Zach, I think we snuck alcohol somehow because we were like 17 years old.
Right.
Zach was drunk, as Zach is. And he's sitting there
Standard
talking
Zach.
to me. Yeah, he's sitting there talking to me. And like he said something like we were trying to have a conversation and something happened on stage. Like they tried to hit a note or something.
Yeah.
And Zach goes, dude, this band sucks.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Guy next to us is apparently the singer's best friend.
Right. Yeah.
So he said, what'd you say? And Zach said, these guys suck. Right? And I was like, all right, props for doubling down. And like he goes, that's
Yeah,
my best
I
friend.
mean-
He goes, that's my best friend. He said, well, you should tell your best friend to get vocal lessons. I was an innocent bystander. I was like, I was too shocked to even like.
Yeah.
I was like, Zach, shut up, right? Like, you do not want this reputation. Like, you're being an
This
asshole.
is like a sitcom situation. Like you're just watching this happen in front of you, and you're like, "Dude, shut the fuck up."
But you can't not look.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe they do suck. Don't say it out loud.
Be
Don't
polite,
say
please.
it. Yes. Just don't do it. Guy goes, well, you know what you can fucking get? And pulls a knife out on him.
Holy shit.
This is when I shit my pants.
Right?
I go, oh, buddy. I finally speak up. I'm like, no, wait. Just because your friend sucks doesn't mean you have to stab somebody.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my dad saved us. My dad actually walked up like right at that point
Right.
and was like, what the fuck are you doing with a knife? And he was like, nothing, and put it in his pocket and walked away. But yeah, he almost got stabbed.
Wow.
Damn.
That's
Jeez.
such a Zach story. though.
Such a
Yeah.
Zach story.
None of that surprises me at all.
Yeah. Love you, Zach. You're an asshole.
Did you two ever go to Freebirds?
I've been to
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Freebirds once, and that's when Eviction was playing.
I've played
Okay.
a couple times at Freebirds with you guys.
Yeah.
And Metal Militia.
Okay.
I don't think I was there when you. I missed a few shows, but I've only
never-
been there once.
I've never seen a show that wasn't my own at Freebirds.
I saw
so.
Guar at Freebirds.
I'm so jealous.
Ooh, back when Odorous was still alive, too.
Dude, I saw Guar at Club 5.
Oh, man, I bet that was fantastic.
That was fucking amazing.
They're great in a small venue.
Club 5 was bigger than Freebirds.
Yeah.
So it's, I mean, yeah, kind of small.
Smaller venue.
But
I
yeah.
just mean...
But there was enough room, like, you knew what areas that you could just listen and or experience and or get fake blood and fake vomit put all over you.
I had Obama's blood on my shoes.
So good.
And I
That's
kept
fucking
it.
great.
I had white Vans on.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even in the pit or anything like that because I think I was 13. And my dad brought me to the show because I loved Guar. Loved Guar.
Of course.
But I got Obama's blood. I was not even in the pit, and they just were spraying blood everywhere. And then, so my dad looks down at me and he goes, "I'm a terrible father for taking to you this, right?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "You're the best dad I could have ever asked for." And then this fat guy comes running up to me, right?
Yeah.
And because I'm the youngest one there by far.
Yeah.
And he comes up to me. He's like, "Dude, you like Guar?" I was like, "Fucking love Guar."
Yeah.
He's like, "These guys are awesome. I saw him back in 92. I saw him in 95. I got to see him every time." And I'm like, "That's good for you." And it was coming up to the point in the show where Odorous jerks off on the crowd and sprays like black cum on everybody.
Yeah.
And
Classic Guar move.
yeah, it's fantastic. It was an awesome show. And like he starts doing it and he starts moaning. He goes, "Oh. And the dude he goes, "All right, man, I'll catch you later. I'm gonna go drink Odorous's cum." And runs off. I looked up at my dad. I was like, "Did you just hear that?" We left.
Literally in any other scenario where an adult is telling a fucking 13-year-old child, "I'm gonna go drink this guy's cum," he's getting arrested.
He should have been.
Except at the Guar show.
He probably should have been, regardless. But we were leaving.
Fair.
We left Freebirds. Armed SWAT was there because the crowd was so rowdy.
I believe it.
They were worried about the crowd that much. They had armed cops.
I believe that.
I was like, fucking Guar,
That's fucking
dude.
awesome.
It was so funny. Before the show, everyone was chanting too. It was like, "Guar, Guar, Guar."
Yeah.
Odorous comes out and he's like, "Yes, we are Guar, Guar, we are Guar, 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 Guar."
So good.
It was fantastic.
Is that how they always are?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yes.
it's Guar. Have you ever
Yeah.
seen Guar?
No.
When I saw Guar, and this is why I fell in love with him, they had the dinosaur that came out, and he ate the Pope,
What?
and then it ate George Bush.
What?
They always
And I
kill
was
the
like,
president.
this is fucking awesome.
Oh, so good.
So what kind? Okay, sorry. If
They have people in their band, like their whole job is just spray whatever disgusting shit they've got onto people.
so, what kind of music is this?
It's metal.
It's metal
fucking
music?
as fuck.
yeah.
I haven't heard Guar.
Oh.
YouTube Guar. Holy
Ariana's fucking
yeah.
dress is an e-girl, and she's like, "Guar who?"
No, dude, my favorite.
Is Guar a Gerard Way side project? I don't.
I just don't understand.
Is that?
Your high fucking
It
ponytail. Go home.
kind of rhymes with Taking Back Sunday, almost. I've heard of Thursday's War all the time. Is that kind of like War all the time?
Alright, don't fuck with Taking Back Sunday or Thursday. Listen.
Yo, I used to bump that shit all the fucking
I
time.
still do.
We were in
Like,
Hot Topic yesterday,
Holy shit.
and we heard
Hawthorne Heights came on.
yeah, we heard Ohio is for Lovers. Come on,
That
me and
song
Raina.
sucks. That band sucks.
I
Fuck
love
band.
that
Fuck
song.
everything about
It
that
reminds me
song.
of my emo
But we
phase,
couldn't
like
we
my
couldn't
heavy
stop
emo
laughing.
phase.
We heard it and we just got in the car. We were just like,
I
cut
love
my
it.
wrists and
Black
black my eyes.
so
Oh my god.
So I can fall asleep tonight or die.
Oh,
You
we
should
were
have saw the
dying
bar I
laughing.
went to last night after the show lose
Yeah.
their shit over Blink 182. though.
Oh my
Oh, nice.
god,
Hey,
really?
I had a
lose my
great
shit.
time. They started playing all the small things, obviously,
Ugh.
and it was so fun. The whole band, the whole
So you
bar,
whip your pecker out.
the whole bar. Who wants to suck it? Yeah.
Oh my god.
The whole bar. The work sucks.
I know. No, like at your birthday party, man, when everybody started singing that one song,
Mr. Brightside.
Mr.
Yeah.
Brightside. That was amazing.
That's a good moment.
That was a
was a good
fantastic moment. That'll stick with me for the rest of my life. It was so great.
Yeah, feels.
Oh my god.
I fucking hate all the small things though.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't hate it if I didn't play it a million fucking
We
times
probably
in our
played
band.
it more times than the band has actually played it.
I hate that song. That song is
It was fun
I
when we
really
first learned
loved it.
like everybody loves that song, but it's just bad. I hate it. It's
me roses
By the stairs. Surprises let me know she cares.
all
I
right.
am a That's what he
I'm
should have
queer.
said.
I
That's
am-
what he should have said.
As two
This
queers
has
in
been
the
end
band.
of Legion's Blind. We're done. Like we're breaking up. Fuck this. I don't
Getting
like that. It's
fuckers.
like my least favorite Blink song. I don't.
I like Damn It
that
a lot.
whole album.
I like Damn
is
It.
And What's My Age
fucking
Again?
Great. That whole album is great.
Yeah.
But I just don't like that song.
Raina made me Nobody Likes You When You're 23. She made me a cake like that on my
An
23rd
ice cream
birthday.
cake and it melted before I could give it
It was
to
a great
her.
thing though. I loved it.
Yo, listen, I will fight everybody for an ice cream cake.
I'll make you an
Ooh.
ice cream cake.
She's really
When's
good.
your
She makes
birthday?
really great cakes.
Fuck it.
August.
August what?
It's in August. It doesn't matter. You know, fucking, I don't know.
I'll make it every day of August. Until
Yo,
you
I'm
tell
getting
me.
30 fucking ice cream cakes.
They're gonna
Getting
be
fat.
real
The
small.
band's gonna look like Axl Rose.
We're gonna look like Bowling for Soup looks like now.
I
Holy
love Bowling
shit.
for Soup.
All right.
I'm gonna be up there like Vince Neil trying to sing.
Oh, come on.
All right.
You know the song.
Listen,
I think I'm having a heart attack.
that's me.
Same. Oh my god.
I
I
play over
actually
it
like
once and I'm
Bowling
done.
for Soup a lot. They're so funny to me. Like
Yes.
Girl All the
They're
Bad
fucking
Guys
hilarious.
Want is like
There's,
my favorite song.
There's a lot of bands from that like era
Era.
that had one-hit wonders who their discography is way better. Like Fountains of Wayne.
Yeah.
I love Fountains of
So
Wayne.
fucking good. Valley Winter Song. I still jam that shit all the time.
Yo, feels.
I learned how to play it the other day
Oh, nice.
just because I had to. My kid loves it, and I'm like, yeah, I really like it. I want to play it at home. When just want to feel sad and sing this song.
Mine's all
Me.
country music for that vibe.
Nah. Oh, okay,
I got a
so
bunch of
I
those. I
actually
got a
really
bunch of
like
those.
that country
Music.
song, like Mama's House. I'd burn this whole town down, dig a
If it
hole.
wasn't from my mama's house.
I love that song. I also
I
love that other
hate
song.
country.
Do you know that one?
I love the other song that's like and turnip greens.
Grinds.
I love that song.
Grind.
He's like
Oh,
talking
God, I
about
hate
selling
the
turnip greens on a
accent so
flatbed
much.
truck, and like this chick rolls through, and she's like a city girl, and like
People aren't listening to podcasts like, what do Legion's Blind think about like relationships?
Yeah,
and
what's
ideas?
your
you don't give a
ideal relationship? What's your ideal date spot? What's your ideal first date?
cemetery.
In my bedroom. My bedroom. That's my ideal first
You know
date
where your
spot.
clothes would look best? On my
On my
bedroom
floor.
floor.
Oh.
Do you know what material this is?
This is
Girlfriend material.
Ah.
This is all getting cut. Please.
No, you gotta leave it.
No, this is called the Tumblr section of our thing where we just steal Tumblr jokes for the next hour and a half.
So dreams.
No, actually, I think what would be a funny thing if you started a Tinder profile, what would your like bio be?
What would your bio be?
I have a
Bio.
Tinder profile
Do you?
right now.
Holy fuck!
I've never
I
had
know,
a Tinder.
I hate it so much. I hate Tinder.
Delete it. Is it working?
No.
Oh, then yeah, get rid of it.
I don't get it though.
I got
cute.
ghosted a lot when I was on Tinder.
I just swipe
I've never
left
had
for
one.
like 30 minutes and then get off of it, and then I
Yeah.
get bored again, and then I swipe left for 30 minutes and I get off of it. Bunch of mids on Tinder, dude. You know
what
what I'm
does
saying?
left mean?
No.
No.
Left means no, right means yes. I guess I don't know.
Yes.
I've never.
Yes.
Leftist.
Leftist. Did you just
Well,
call
all
me
them
a
lefty-handed people just
No.
probably feel so left out right now.
What?
We need to quit giving Raina
I think I know where you were going, but
What?
it just kind of went
Left-handed
this way.
Left means no.
Did it go-
left-handed
wait, did it
people
go
are
left?
left out.
She's like, left. Yeah, I went left. She's like, left-handed people, you swipe left for no. They probably just feel like no because they write with their left hand.
Exactly.
Or they do everything with their left hand, including jerk off.
Oh my
because
God,
they're
no!
getting swiped left.
It's not what I fucking
No, yeah,
meant.
no. Since you're kind of tipsy, why don't you go ahead and retell the fucking slug joke, dumbass?
I
She
can't
cracks
remember
herself all the time. She's.
You know what I really love though?
What if slugs are divorced snails?
Yeah. But you know what I really love? My favorite joke in the whole world, besides this other joke. I've got two. So my favorite joke in the whole world is a science joke. So a scientist goes into the bar and he orders H2O, right? So his friend orders H2O too. He dies.
This podcast is unusable. We're off today.
Oh, we're fucking on. On some shit.
On some bullshit.
I'm gonna puke.
What the fuck? Why do you always have to pee or puke when you laugh?
Holy Christ.
That's a good question. Why are you vomiting?
You
when
two
laugh?
motherfuckers need Jesus. Light a candle.
I'm a
pray.
pagan.
She snorted.
Miss Piggy over here.
Miss Piggy. Yeah, feels
It's
same.
202, man.
All right.
They're not
You're
allowed
done.
to drink on
Hold
the
on.
podcast anymore.
All right. It's a genuinely funny joke.
They're muted. They don't get to fucking
They're
talk.
muted. They're off.
You're fucking grounded.
This is why drummer bassist. Drummer bassist.
Right. Yeah.
I have the least
That's why
amount
they play so well together. It's just because they're like,
No, I have
Oh,
the
we're on
least
the
amount
same
of like
planet.
shit.
brain cells needed to play my instrument. 4 strings, not a problem.
Can't spell bass without ass.
Yeah.
Christ. What's the nastiest place you've ever played?
I won't say
Knobbies?
it.
I don't know.
It's
No.
Nobbies? No, don't
No.
slander
I got
Don't
Nobbies.
slander
drugged.
Nobbies.
I'm not
It's
like
not the
slander
The
nastiest.
Nobbies,
there was
that's 'cause
people
you brought
fucking
'em.
and doing drugs in the bathroom.
We
It's
don't know who
weird.
drugged me for sure.
You brought the guy.
we can't.
Fuck, I didn't.
Don't slander
Bro,
Nobbies.
some people just fucking follow me. I can't.
I do.
We can't be
Bro.
for certain that it was that guy.
Feels.
I'm just saying, dude. Don't slander Nobbies. I used to go up there all
I
the
loved
time.
playing at Nobbies. I
I-
loved playing at
I used to go up there all the
Nobbies is
time.
like the right combination of dirty and like awesome.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. Like it's a skeezy bar, just like on the side of the
Yeah.
road, and you're just like, I fucking love this place. It's a hole in
Yeah.
the wall, and it's amazing to play at. The sound is always good, and the people
Yeah.
are always great and nice, and like you
Except
get
that one guy that
great
drugged you.
priced beer until I got drugged there. First time I ever sang a song, it was awful.
We used to go there when we wouldn't play there. Like we would go there to just drink because
Right.
they pour really strong and they don't charge that much.
Yeah.
Shout out Nobbies. And their owner of the bar, whenever they'd show up, they would see me and Zach, because it was me and Zach always. He would see us, and then he would bring out the karaoke machine just to sing with us.
Yeah, their
Oh,
fucking
awesome.
owner is dope as fuck.
Yeah, they would just come out and sing with us. He was like,
Yeah.
he knew we liked like.
I
the
always
same type
had
of
so
music.
much fun there.
Yeah,
same.
I had more fun, honestly, doing my solo acoustic shows there
Yeah.
than I did with Stain the Angel. Not like, we ever had any issues or anything. There was some drama every once in a while, but Nobbies was just fun. Like, I just had a lot of fun being
Yeah,
there
it's
doing
it's
it.
nothing against like the actual bar or the owners of the
not at
bar.
all.
It was like sometimes the people that were there made it grimy and weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people
That's
that
why.
came.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked playing there.
Like in the bathroom. Those two came.
Yeah, there were people doing a lot of drugs in the bathroom and like
I
definitely.
did
That's
see an
every
orgy
bar.
in their bathroom.
You're never gonna go to a bar without people
But that's
just
an awesome
Oh, I know.
snorting a
Yeah.
shit
Oh, I
ton
know.
of
It's an
cocaine.
awesome place.
That's an awesome place. If
Yeah.
you walk into the bathroom and there's like an orgy going on, you're like, ooh.
That's where you're gonna get your name out, man.
That's when you start taking your pants off, dude. You go, hey, I'm
You
Christian
step on
Long
stage
from
and-
Legion's Blind.
We're Legion's Blind. If you were in that orgy in the bathroom, I was the guy with the medium-sized pecker.
Perfectly average.
I see so
Perfectly
many
average.
ghosts.
They call this boyfriend dick. It's not gonna hurt you, but it will satisfy.
Oh no.
Where's the dirtiest place you've ever played?
Fuck, that's a great question. There's a lot of places that I've played at that I have been long since closed. There was a place called the Voodoo Lounge,
I've heard
which
of that
was
place.
Heard of it
down the
too.
road from the Imperial, and they were both kind of like this weird, skeezy, dark vibe to it. But Voodoo had more skeezers there, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I loved the bar owners, the bartenders.
Yeah.
They were all great.
Yeah.
But maybe it wasn't necessarily them, it was the people that were there.
Yeah, the people that
Yeah.
came.
Yeah. So that, I guess dirty isn't really the best word. Weirdest.
Like
Yeah.
we're talking
Dangerous.
hole in the wall,
Oh, no,
grimy.
it wasn't the most dangerous. There was places that we played, people got stabbed. I mean, like way back. God, I'm gonna sound like that old guy. We picking matey.
That's a
Play
great.
our 8-track.
Listen,
We popped a CD in our car. That's starting to get old.
I still
CDs,
listen to
yeah.
CDs.
It blows my fucking mind.
I talk to people and I'm like, yeah, I used to have that CD back in the day, right? Like my little cousins, and they'll like cock their head at me.
Yeah.
Like, you had a CD?
Yeah.
I'm like, am I getting
scares
old?
me.
You know, Gen Z
so
is
much.
saying that like side parts are for old people now. Like
I've always
you
done
need
my
to part your hair
middle.
down the middle. That's what they say.
Also,
So having a
skinny
side part
jeans
means
are
you're
apparently-
old.
Fist fight an entire generation of people.
Me
That's the
too!
dumbest fucking thing I've ever
Did you
heard.
see-
Who fucking cares?
Did you guys see that made up like thing on Facebook everywhere about Eminem quote unquote getting canceled?
Oh yeah, over like the
For his
lyric
lyrics
and
you can't-
Monster.
You can't cancel
go
Eminem.
listen to Kim.
Yeah.
Go listen
no,
to
it was
Kim,
"Love the
buddy.
Way You Lie" too. The line that said,
Yeah.
I'm tied
to the bed and set this house on fire."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? That's what you want to cancel him for? Not the one where he explicitly explains murdering his ex-wife while his baby's in the car
Yep.
and sending him out into the ocean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People have tried to cancel Eminem thousands of times
Over the
throughout
Columbine thing?
decades, and it never fucking worked. He's uncancelable.
Yeah, he responded
He's just one
with
of those people.
the
Now he is.
animation lyric video
I don't think
for
so.
Tone deaf.
Tone Deaf.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did y'all listen
Because
to
he
that?
comes
one?
out with shit like
I love that
Fucking
song.
Killer.
It
It
fucking
is.
fuels
It's sick.
his fire,
I
bro.
don't understand a
He's
word
just-
you say. I'm
He's
tone deaf.
so good.
He is. That's undeniable.
He's
isn't it?
unfuckwithable.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yep.
love him so much.
Barring like some weird sex thing.
If
Huh?
he was like
What?
truly like,
Like if he
Creepy.
was into minors,
yeah.
Oh.
like if it's a Michael Jackson thing,
Yeah.
referencing podcast that's since been deleted, then he's fuckwithable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until then, he's unfuckwithable.
Yep.
You cannot fuck with him.
Well, he fucked with Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson tried to have one of his songs taken down from the radio because he came out with it fucking with Michael
When
Jackson
did
after
Michael
that
Jackson die?
whole. What, 2009,
I don't
Oh,
remember
God, I
that.
don't know.
I think? Something like
Someone
that.
Google that.
I'm Googling it.
Who's the guy on the Joe Rogan pod? Who's the producer on the Joe Rogan podcast?
Jamie?
Jamie. Google it.
Google it.
2009.
Hey, Jamie,
2009.
Google it.
I knew
Okay.
I was right, yeah.
Okay, I'll bring up an argument. Prince or Michael Jackson?
Prince.
Prince.
Fucking Prince.
Okay,
It's not
no
an argument. Go fuck yourself.
no argument. No argument.
I was
Okay.
obsessed with Prince when I was a kid. Like, unhealthily obsessed with Prince.
As a
like,
kid?
Yeah, when I was like 5, I was
Like now?
obsessed.
Like now, I'm obsessed with Prince.
Yeah, it feels.
Like that never goes away.
Her obsession lies more with Queen these days.
Not that they're the same genre.
It's
at
not,
all.
but like,
we graduated.
From Prince to Queen. But yeah, no, Queen's fucking dope. Freddie Mercury.
I like Queen. So does Shine's Baby. Shine's Baby loves
Shine's
Queen.
Baby's obsessed
yeah.
with Queen. It's the only thing that'll put her to sleep and get her to stop crying. But she
Specifically,
she can't stand
Another
anything
One
else.
Bites the Dust.
Yep.
Specifically.
That and Break Free. She loves Break Free.
I've got to break free. I've got to.
This is taking an
Nice.
uncomfortable turn.
So dreams.
Yeah, y'all
we were
had
talking
stories
about-
about dreams.
Dreams.
I've
We were
had a lot
talking-
of
we were
scary
talking-
fucking dreams.
Yeah, we were talking before the podcast about like weird dreams and shit. I had a very emotionally scarring dream last night, and you and I, Christian, were talking about how like the ones that bother us the most and the ones that are the most frightening to us
Or
are
the psychological
like,
fucking ones.
yeah, like not necessarily like, oh, zombie's gonna tear my head off and shit my brains down.
I
my
usually wake up
throat.
Things that are
horny after
personal.
that. I'm like, hell yeah, zombie apocalypse, let's go.
Like a rock hard. But like the ones that you like, oh, I'm trying to kill myself, but the gun's not working, and
Right.
like weird shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I met God in a dream one time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So the dream kind of started like a normal dream, and it was like at the place I was living, and then I like realized in the middle of it, I was like, oh, this is a dream. Like I like figured it out like while it was happening. I was like, oh, I'm dreaming, and I went to say it out loud, but I got stopped. I was like, oh, and I couldn't talk.
Right.
And out of nowhere, like the world shifts. and I'm on like a big city street, right, with like skyscrapers next to me, and there's one sign that's on, and it's a neon sign. It said girls, 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 XXX, arrow pointing. So it's a strip club.
Right.
Coronavirus. So in my brain, go to the one sign that's open.
Sure.
So I walk in, and the whole place is empty except for this dude in like a suit who's just sitting there. And I sit down, and I'm like, "Who are you?" Right? And he looks at me and goes, "You'll find that out soon enough. But for now, we're going to do a little bit of a test. Are you ready for it?" And I said,
Okay.
I guess so. And he goes, "All right." And he snaps. And then the world shifts again. And then I can't like really explain the middle parts of it.
Right.
But I met somebody in the dream that was going through the same thing as me. Right?
Really?
So I talked to him, and they're like, "Dude, I think I'm dreaming."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I'm definitely dreaming."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, like I talked to this guy." And I was like, "Me too." So like I had a full conversation with him, and he's like, "I think we need to play along." So we sit there and we played along, and we finished it out, and it was like finishing out a story. And once it was done, I ended up on a beach, and then everything got like really quiet.
Right.
And I was like, "This is weird." Same dude walks up in an all-white suit, and he's just walking towards me on the beach. And I throw my hands up. I was like, "Dude, who are you?" And he goes, "You know who I am." And he gave me a hug.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up in tears, like sobbing hard.
Wow.
Wow.
Sobbing hard.
That's intense.
So that one messed me up for a second.
Yeah.
Like I was like, and I woke up, and I was raised Catholic. I believe in God. So I'm like, did I just meet God in this dream?
Mm-hmm.
Did I pass the test? You know, so like I'm going through all this. And then maybe like 2 or 3 weeks after I had that dream, I had another one where I woke up and I was in this mansion. And I tried to walk out, and something attacked me and killed me. And
Right.
then I woke back up in that same room. And then I was like, okay, I'm not going through that door, right? And I'm going to go through the other door. And so I went through, and it was like this maze, and I kept like telling myself, "You need to wake up, you're dreaming."
Right, yeah.
I was like, "You need to wake up. Quit waking up here. Wake up in your bed. Wake up in your bed."
We grab me a beer while you're over there.
That's exactly why I got up.
Oh, look at you.
And every time I thought I'd wake
Keep
up,
her job for another 3 weeks.
there we go.
Thanks.
And every time I thought I'd wake up, you know how have you ever noticed you're dreaming and woken yourself up?
Probably.
You know, it's like a weird feeling of like where you kind of pull out of it.
Like most of my pull out. Most
Oh
of
my
the,
God.
Something I don't do.
Most of my You got a kid running around here somewhere.
I do not. I have kept contact enough to make sure that doesn't happen.
Oh my
Anyway, like bad dreams, I suffer through the next morning. And like just deal with it, and then I do the best that I can to forget it.
I can
Like,
continue a dream
Feels-
where I've left off.
I wish I
Strange.
could.
I can't
Because
do
there's
that.
some that I'm like, okay, this started out shitty. I won't, but it's starting to go a little better. I need some resolution, and then it just doesn't work out.
Like if I get to like a stopping point in a dream and then I wake up, I can go back to sleep and continue from where I've like left off.
See, with me, I only ever have nightmares. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like I'm an extreme insomniac. I can't ever sleep, and when I do, it's hard to stay asleep.
Right.
So anytime I ever remember a dream, and I never remember my dreams unless they're nightmares. So most of my dreams either revolve around me like witnessing people murdering the fuck out of my family, dead relatives coming back from the grave or something like that,
Right.
or friends and stuff like that, or me killing somebody.
Yeah.
I never remember the dream. Like
Need
the
to watch
last
Random.
dream I remember is
What's that?
me getting
She's dreams of murder.
yeah.
She's
yeah,
like,
I wake up crying every fucking time. Like I can't.
All right,
I
so
can't
listen,
ever
if
have
there's
a real
a
dream.
murder-suicide thing, like, of the band, it was her.
it was rain.
It was
Oh, yeah.
definitely Raina.
The one dream that I remember is like completely pointless. It was like the Insidious house meets like Finding Nemo, but also a talking dog.
That's so dope.
Finding
I
Nemo
watched
meets
that.
Insidious meets Up.
Yeah. So like I was in the Insidious house and I was trying to like I was walking around, but it was definitely Insidious situation. So like I was scared and I was trying
Yeah.
to like find a way out of the house or whatever. I've never actually seen the movie Insidious, but I know what the house
dope.
looks like.
It's really
Yeah.
good.
So like I opened up a closet door in the little boy's bedroom and it's just water, but the water doesn't spill through the door. And there's like the dory fish that came and talked to me, and then like a dog that was swimming in the water but like could breathe underwater.
Yeah.
And just like came up to like the doorway and was just like, "Hey, are you okay?" And then like I woke up.
Wow.
Nah, dude.
I've never been able to forget it.
The last dream I remember is me and Cheyenne getting pulled up into a tornado. My sister Cheyenne. Yeah. And I could feel it. It was the most realistic feeling dream I've ever had. It was just like
Don't
getting
trust me?
pulled up into
No.
a fucking tornado. It was terrifying.
Fair.
You were in the middle of telling a story, weren't you?
Yes,
We just
he
got
was.
caught off in 3 different
Yeah, finish your
situations.
story. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Oh yeah, so the mansion thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's definitely like just like a haunted mansion, and so I kept trying to wake up, but every time I tried to wake up, it would put me back in the room I started in, and I had to fight through all these different horrors and like weird rooms that were haunted certain ways and
Horrors, not whores.
horrors. That would have been
You're
a
right,
much
not
better
Ariana.
fight.
Fight his way through
All these
whores.
whores, I'm just swimming through them. But
He slayed him with his claymore cock.
You can't kill
Sorry.
Ariana?
I need a bassist. I can't murder her. I need a bassist. It's really hard to
Remember
remember.
that? You remember that
That's
Hobo
why-
Johnson song where he starts off with it? This is a typical story where the bassist kills the singer.
That is not where I thought that was going.
You
Anyway.
can try. So please do.
Same.
So basically, I end up like coming to the conclusion, like you said, I have to let this play out.
Sure.
So I let it play out, and I finally get outside, right? And then I'm attacked by a wolf,
Right.
and I'm sitting there and I'm fighting this wolf, and I end up killing the wolf with like my bare hands.
Nice.
And then I zoom out of myself, and I'm watching the scene from over top of me, and credits start to roll.
What?
Like
What?
creative producer, storyboard, all
Yeah.
this stuff.
Do you remember
like,
the names?
director. No, I don't remember the names. But
I hope
like,
Spielberg.
like it was just like a scroll and then like a narration over the top of it. I forget.
Right.
I just heard narration. It was like, and that's when he learned that he has to let go and like give control over and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I woke up and I was like, what the fuck? Someone was just narrating my dream.
Morgan Freeman,
What?
probably.
Morgan Freeman would
You
have been
had Morgan
fantastic.
Freeman from that Jim Carrey movie where he met God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking more of
That was the moment that Christian realized.
That was
my favorite is Andy Dufresne.
Andy Dufresne,
I fucking love that guy though.
who crawled through 3 miles of shit.
That is so y'all have like the most vivid dream. Like I have really weird and inconsistent dreams. Like some of them are so serious, but there's a lot of weird shit happening in the
Right,
middle
yeah.
of it that is just I have a lot of dreams about like people. Like I was obsessed over Harry Potter for a long time. I had dreams about Draco Malfoy. Raina got me into
You
Teen
would
Wolf.
be into Draco. That would be your
Yeah.
crush from
He's
that
such
show.
a
Fucking
fucking
Slytherins.
Little
Did you
prick.
read the books though? He was actually kind of
No, do I
badass
look
in the
like I
books.
read?
Books, we all get it. Oh, I read the book, so I'm better than you. No, the movies are better. Joe Rogan said it the best. It's always better to see shit.
Okay, facts.
You're just sitting in your room like, I can only imagine how cool this would look.
I'm very into
story
Draco.
in the
He's
books.
definitely the guy that I would like definitely be with. But like Raina got me into Teen Wolf. I had
Kyle's
dreams
just
about
crying
like
in the corner.
Styles Stilinski. I've had dreams about a lot of like weird people, but it's always in weird settings too.
I
It
will
doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I will say the one normal dream, normal-ish, I had was I was in The Walking Dead because I was obsessing over The Walking Dead, and I witnessed. I don't know if you're gonna know this actor, but Kyle Gallner, making out with Norman Reedus, the guy who plays Daryl Dixon.
Yes.
And I was like, whoa, okay.
I mean, given the chance, I probably would.
yeah, right.
make out with Norman
fucking
Reedus?
Yeah.
and Kyle
Oh.
fucking Gallner.
Yeah. Not for The Walking Dead. No. No.
For Boondock
fucking
Saints?
Boondock Saints, yeah.
Boondock
Yeah.
Saints, man. Shit was dope.
Yeah.
What do you need
Everybody's
a
like,
rope for?
oh, Norman Reedus, I love you in The Walking Dead. Go fuck yourself.
Probably a little.
What's he need the rope
I
for?
knew Norman.
You don't know what you
Boondock
need it
Saints is
for.
better
Just
than
always
this.
need it.
I knew Norman from Boondock Saints. Go
Yeah.
fuck yourselves.
Oh,
a
my
dope
my
movie.
kitchen manager actually has the
Okay.
I don't-
The finger tattoos.
yeah,
that
he has
they
one
have.
of them, and his best friend has the other one.
So dope.
That's a little obnoxious.
I don't know. I think it's cool. I wanted it.
No.
I wouldn't. strictly because I'm a pagan witch.
All right. Okay. So like one of my tattoos.
Oh snap! Oh snap! You were talking about God. Let's talk about fucking God.
We're pagans.
What about God? What do you want to know?
I don't know. Let's talk about it.
Let's
It's not
talk
really
about
anything
that.
that's really discussed a lot. I think.
Yeah, I
It's
think
not-
I'd stay away from
Morning.
the
Well, yeah,
topic.
because we're pagans. Both of us are pagans. You were raised Catholic.
I was born and raised Catholic, but I'm an agnostic.
Okay, there you go.
Nice.
What do you get? Hold on, I gotta remember the joke. What do you get when you get when you cross an insomniac, an agnostic, and a dyslexic?
What?
Someone who lays awake at night wondering if there's a dog.
Yo,
that's
fucking
funny.
feels.
I actually had I used to have these really deep conversations with an old boss, and I was very open and honest, but not like in a dick way.
Yeah.
Like a lot of agnostics or atheists are just jackasses, and they're just like, "Oh, you're fucking wrong. You're a fucking idiot. Fuck you. You know, eat shit and die."
My uncle's
Right.
like that.
And like, you know, if that's your thing, cool, whatever. But you're just an asshole.
Yeah. See.
But I used to have like these deep conversations with the guy, and the biggest takeaway from that was he asked me one day, like, how do you live thinking that there's nothing after this? And my thing was, well, I mean, this is all I have. This is the only life that I get. Mm-hmm. You know, so I might as well make the most of it. You know,
Right.
make relationships with the people that I know, you know, and just be the best person I can. And he was like, well, you know, I feel like if I, you know, didn't believe that there was something I would, you know, after this, I would be a worse person. I was like, well, then you're probably a shitty person to begin with, man.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, people are, I'm not one of those people that's going to condemn you to fucking whatever for believing whatever you believe. Everybody's allowed to believe
Yeah.
anything they want.
See,
Except Scientologists. Those guys are fucking insane.
Yeah, like I gave Christianity and Catholicism a
Yeah,
shot.
same.
Like I genuinely tried. My mom's Christian. So like I tried. I went to church. I
Same.
read the Bible. I tried to get a feel for it. It wasn't something that spoke to me. And when it's like when you choose something you want to believe in like that, like have a faith in something beyond like
Yeah.
whatever, I feel like it should probably speak to you in a way. You have to be able to connect with that. And the only thing I could connect with was paganism because it was super freeing. You didn't have to believe in one thing. It's sort of believing in all things.
Right. Yeah. Same. So, like, my nanny, my stepmother, my step grandmother, she was a Jehovah's Witness, and I dabbled in that when I was living at her house. And then
Dabbled.
I dabbled in that. And I was like, nah, it's just not for me.
Dabble.
But I've dabbled in Christianity. I went to church with Ariana. They told us we were going to hell if we didn't get up to the stand. I was like, fuck that. I'm not dealing
Yeah,
with
they
that.
told us if we
So-
weren't kneeling at the altar begging for forgiveness, we were going to hell.
Exactly, and I was like, "Fuck that."
are
I
you
dabbled
going
in
to?
Satanism, and
I
I,
won't
was
mention the
like, nah, not for me. And then my mother, when I was a kid, was a pagan witch, and so was my biological father. He was a pagan witch too.
Nice.
So that's actually where I got the little pentagram that I wear. He made it from my mom back in like the 90s or something like that, before I
So
was
cute.
born. But he gave that to her, and when I became of age where I could understand it and understand like the threefold law and stuff like that, I was like, oh, this is fucking dope.
It's basically
there's
just, like-
zero fucking rules, just don't harm people.
Yeah, just respect nature, respect people, and you're going to have a great life.
Yeah, exactly. Which is pretty fucking dope. I don't do well with a shit ton of rules. I have ADHD. Fuck that.
Yeah.
So I don't like church much.
Okay.
Church kind of freaks me out. It feels a little. Honestly, I think church is very good for many reasons. It's a sense of community. The church can do really good things, but as any
Yeah.
organization run by human beings, it could also do bad things.
Right.
Yeah.
And things with good intentions can do bad things as well. So I don't condemn church. If you go to church, good for you, man. You found a place that you feel safe in worshiping, and you share this belief with these people.
Yeah.
So I don't really go to church. But there was a moment in my life, and now this might not be what actually happened, but this is exactly how I remember it. We were going to Gatlinburg for Christmas with my family. think my grandmother was there, my brother was there, my dad, my mom. So very small group. But we were going to stay up in a cabin in the mountains, and we drove a minivan up there, right?
Yeah, you
Nice.
told me about this when we were at Stan's.
Yeah, so we drove this minivan up there, packed full of stuff. So it's heavy, underpowered, not made to go up mountains. So we got up and we saw this road, and it looked like a 45-degree angle. And even my dad was like, I don't know if we're going to make this, right? Mm-hmm. And you look to the left, there's about a 150-foot drop, and to the right is like just sheer mountain face, like a cliff.
Right.
So Dad tries to go up it. We catch some ice, and he's flooring it, and we're still sliding backwards.
Right.
And Dad like somehow maneuvers us onto this like one patch of grass that there is on the side of the road that we could actually pull off onto. And he pulls off onto it. Everyone's heart's pounding. I remember everyone freaking out. And my dad goes, all right, get out of the car. he's like, no, we're getting out of the car. We're going to try to find another way to this cabin.
Right.
So we got out, and I looked up, and it was the first time I saw the night sky without any light pollution.
Right.
And in my head, and the way I have to think about it is there is no way that was random. Mm-hmm. How beautiful that was. There's no way that is just absolute chaos up there. It was really one of the most beautiful things I've seen in my life to this date. Like, I haven't seen anything better than that. And that was kind of when I was like, okay, there is definitely something higher, right? There's definitely something different. Now, what that is, you could sit there and argue all day or night over it. And I don't think you will ever find a real answer. A good answer, one that could be proven or anything. Mm-hmm. I just know kind of how I was raised and the way that my ideas about religion were conceived.
Yeah.
With my mom's actually pretty religious. My dad isn't as religious, but he went to Catholic school. I worked for a Catholic summer camp. All sorts of stuff, you know, like he was Catholic. I was baptized as a Catholic, all that good stuff. So I just knew how it was taught to me, really.
Nice.
And that was the only way I can conceptualize this idea of, like, okay, there definitely is something higher.
Right.
And something that, like, the world can't just be random, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
and that's
really
fair. I mean,
yeah.
You know, I think that's the thing that a lot of people will argue about is, you know, oh, my experience and this and this. Well, you can't replicate somebody else's experience.
Yeah.
Right.
So
exactly.
empirical evidence is out the window. So anytime a conversation about the existence of a God comes up, scientifically, you cannot include, oh, well, I did this and I felt this. Okay, well, replicate that.
You can't, and that's why, like, I don't even like talking about it much or arguing about it because, again, no one else had that experience as me, and I don't think you'll ever find an answer.
No.
There's no
And
empirical evidence for any of it.
I think arguing about, you know, that kind of thing is just pointless to begin with.
Yeah.
I think
You know,
everybody has
I think
a
it's
different
healthy to have a
experience, man.
conversation. Mm-hmm. You know, you just have to keep an open mind.
I've always had a very difficult relationship with religion for the longest time. It took me a long time to actually, like, really stop caring about it that much when people would talk about, like, God or going to church or anything revolving around Catholicism and Christianity. I had a very difficult relationship with it.
Sure.
I had a guy, I'm bisexual, if anyone has a problem with that, whatever. You're entitled to your own opinion.
Canceled.
Exactly.
You're
But, like,
entitled to
I
your
had
own
a
opinion.
guy who was a
I feel
Catholic
like you're
priest.
least likely to get canceled. Like me and Christian are way more likely to get
100%
canceled. We're
more.
straight white guys.
Facts, yeah. But I had this guy who, you know, he said he was a Catholic priest, and he basically told me, he found out I was bisexual because I used to wear, like, a rainbow necklace and all that kind of stuff. I'd never had an issue talking about it, representing it. And he told me, he said that my moral standpoint on being bisexual was equivalent to that of a child rapist. And that fucked me up for a long time. To hear that from a stranger I'd never even met who claimed to follow under God's word. I was like, okay, well, what the hell is...
Catholic
Your
Church?
GoPro
Yeah.
turned off.
Yeah, so I was like... I was just super, like, mad about it. And I was like, you know, how can these people be good people? And it turned out to be a situation that's like, you know, people have their own faith. They have their own experiences.
Yeah.
And if that speaks to them and that is their, like, saving grace, Christianity was my mom's saving grace.
Sure.
So I was, it's beautiful in everyone's own right. Just
Well,
don't be dicks about it.
At the same time, a Catholic priest will tell you that your morals are called into question when the Vatican will hide child fucking rapists.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
you don't talk to me about don't call into question my morals just because I don't believe in your invisible sky, man. Go fuck yourself. If you want to get indignant with me, I will be fucking indignant with you. Go fuck yourself. Put pastors and preachers in fucking prison for raping children.
Yeah, I had a long time issue with it. Now I'm at the point where it's like, if you find something that gives you faith and gives you hope and puts you in a stable peace of mind, then I am so happy for you.
Yeah.
Just do not be an asshole to other people who do not share the same beliefs or experiences as you.
Yeah.
I think religion's good for society as a whole, for people to believe in something.
I think it can be.
These days, people need to believe in something.
Let me rephrase that. I think it is largely, but there are also the small percentage that is bad.
Well, yeah.
But David Koresh, the fucking cults are still a thing.
Again, that's
right.
I mean,
it's small percentage stuff.
It's humans. I always say the 7 deadly sins should just be called the 7 human characteristics.
Right.
Every human experiences these things. Everybody feels lust. Everyone feels greed. Everybody feels envy and wrath. That's what metal was born out of. Our music was born out of. And
if you think about it, Rob Halford being gay is like the most metal thing you can do.
Yeah.
100%. I love Rob.
Yeah.
I love Rob. And I think gay people are better singers.
Well, yeah.
Oh man, it's hard to argue.
Yeah.
Ariana's a great
You guys
singer.
want to get famous? Suck your dick real quick.
Oh my god.